All right, everybody. I haven't been able to do these for about, the sunset is amazing, about 2 weeks, and I've been very strongly guided. That itch that you're all familiar with, I'm sure, that requires us to move towards inspired action. And so I'm very, very happy that I literally just got off the train arriving back into Philly, into Narberth, where I have the luxury of being in a quiet neighborhood, barefoot on the ground, in good weather, and no wind. Those were the issues that I was having down in Mexico, and so it was hard to do these guided trance meditations, and so I'm very excited that I'm back in the space where they're possible. And I don't know, so as usual, if you have never jumped on these with me, I'll explain a little bit how they work. I've been guided over time to try different things, and what has been shown to me is this format works very well, where I may get a hint of what it is that we are supposed to work on together, or I may not. It depends on the day and the situation, but either way, as long as we show up for the grid work, we are guided right away towards whatever it is that needs our attention or assistance right now. Usually, I always start with a grounding to Gaia, because lately especially that's where my attention has been called all the time, to Gaia, to inner earth. The inner earth beings are very much wanting to communicate with us, and they're always present. Pretty much every meditation that we've done together, they've been watching and assisting. So let's just start. Also, anybody who's watching this and connecting to this experience, it doesn't matter when it's happening. If you are now watching, then your energy is arriving or has already arrived to the circle that is forming in the astral planes between all of our energies. Therefore, I invite you to deeply connect with yourself and feel the rest of us. Listen for the circle of souls that is being formed right now. And yes, the 3D world presents challenges to the work in the shape of sounds and disruptions, let's say. But I encourage you to keep going, because it's just something that you can train yourself to work through, and I believe that is the point of us Lightworkers. What we're learning to do is no different than going to college and learning to concentrate at your desk, despite what else might be going on in the office. So if you can, ground yourself right now physically in one of several ways. You can be barefoot outside on the ground like I am. This assists the collective very much. It doesn't matter which one of us are grounded. The more that can ground, the stronger the meditation becomes. We have proven that in the past. If you're indoors, also try to be barefoot on any natural material or touch natural material like wood, preferably a living plant. You can stick your hand or hold the soil in a pot in your house if you have, in any way, or even put your hands in water and bless the water and connect to Gaia that way. And if you can't do any of those things, then that's fine as well. Of course, we, the rest of us who can, will be grounding the collective, and you can ground your energy alone without your body touching ground. It's fine too. So let's do that and see where we are being called today to serve, and what we're going to. Sometimes we get lectures, sometimes we are doing the work, sometimes we are healing a particular energy within our brothers and sisters who join, and sometimes it's grid work for the planet. So I try to let's all synchronize our breath. I was just told that I'm talking too much in preparation and then we need to get on with it. My guides are very funny, by the way. Very cheeky. Something has been coming through that isn't very clear for me, and it's present here now. Calm your body and your breath and sink comfortably into your seat, into your floor, inside your body. Sit inside your body. Relax inside your body. Allow yourself to flop on the couch of your inner world after a day of really good work, and you have that feeling. There's a lot of tension in someone's belly, or collectively in our bellies. Let's try to soften that up, because it's not useful and necessary to us anymore. I'm releasing that energy in the belly. For those of you who have it, their anxieties and their concerns and their disbeliefs and their preferences, I wish that things were different, or all of that is just so entangled I feel right now, and it seems to be coming to the surface. So we don't have a choice. We have to look at that right now. I'm being told it's not going to go away. Our connection to this meditation into Gaia is going to go through our bellies. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Let your intuition show you that you're not alone in this moment in time. Look to the left and to the right and recognize your brother and sisters that are forming part of this collective right now. I feel those who are just arriving, and there's a lot of I don't know, like static. Oh, the puppy's here. There's a lot of static today. We're gonna have to find a way to get the static really grounded and released. So right now it's like a battery inside of our abdomens, for many at least. And I don't know if this is a metaphor for those that we need to help who are not part of the circle, or it is actually within the circle. Okay, it is within the circle. And this isn't like an exclusive circle. There's a lot of other entities that are joining us that always do when ETs and other parts of creation through the dimensions, even a lot of times they notice a gathering, an intentional gathering.
Scout! Come on, Scout!
They join as well. This is a great exercise for focusing inwards. Okay, I'm being told we're ready. Whew, that was strange. Couldn't connect. But okay, now we're in. All right. Okay, this is familiar space now. I don't know what just happened, but something lifted off. There was like I don't know, it's like when you were waiting for a train or something, and there's like this barrier and just sort of says like, wait, 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 and then it just lifted off. Excellent. Okay, cool. So by now, sink deep into your chest, sink into your abdomen, sink into your hips, sink into your seat. Keep sinking and sinking and sinking deeper. Open Mother Earth, go inside, softly and smoothly, just keep going down and down and down, through the different layers, the minerals, the water, the oil, the fossils, the rock, the lava. Let your intuition show you the parts that are important, and know that as you travel, you're automatically connecting with the different nourishments and medicine that you need much more than your own body. It is the nourishment that we need to carry with us every day as healers. Efforting is not necessary at all. Accepting guidance and bringing these very, very simple gifts. They look simple, but they're all that is needed. I don't know if this is making sense to you guys. We are on a harvesting mission for light workers and healers to refill our medicine bags. Okay. That's where we're guided to go first. Take your awareness and travel within Gaia. We're being shown inner Earth right now, and I feel that some of you are already so strongly connected. Oh. I feel this isn't mine, but I'm being shown this almost like heart-crushing love, chest, this pride and love for inner Earth. And the beings there are so happy when we visit them, and they're very, very happy right now. They're very gentle, and so a lot of times when we have visited in the past, or when we have had interactions in the past, we've bulldozed over their energies very strongly. We are usually far too loud for them, far too boisterous and impatient and childlike loud. So they're saying, we're sorry, brothers and sisters, that we haven't been there for you as much as we want to, but it's very difficult for us to interact with you, especially in the past, because in the past you were even more unaware, more asleep, more crude. And so we're so excited that right now we have the opportunity to begin establishing a connection and a relationship with some of your species. Even then, we want to apologize ahead of time and say that we cannot stay together very long with your energy because it completely burns us out. And now I'm being shown that the big difference between inner Earth beings and like top soil beings is the energy of the sun. That is why we have had very different nourishment systems, and therefore communication has not been easy. Mainly for the inner Earth beings. For us too, I'm just hearing, it's very chaotic today. It's strange. It's almost like there's like a lot of noise inside the reception, but whatever. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll keep going. So today this seems to be more of a witnessing than a meditation. I still want to continue with the actual grounding because this is something that all of us need to be doing right now all the time, pretty much. And so go ahead and again just re-ground yourself, whichever method you intuitively feel called to do or that you already practice in your own daily healings. I'm just reconnecting with Gaia right now. If you're not sure how to do it, I'll give you a few methods. You can drop your spine, stretch your spine, allow it to shoot down into the core of the planet as you are sitting, wherever it is you're sitting or laying down, and allow each vertebrae to do its job intuitively without you having to like order it what to do. It knows exactly which layers to automatically lock in with, and Gaia also knows and will recognize your presence and will anchor you, literally like an anchor with hooks, into the right type of soil and materials and rocks and lava that is suitable for your composition now and every time you do this. So from this space of very solid anchoring, you may see, you may find that your ribs are actually growing out into Gaia as well, and both holding her up and holding you up. You may also see that you are connecting with your higher self, and a big light column is coming down all the way through the planet. Every one of us is a different composition, I would call it, or just different methods that work best for us, just like in fitness and in anything else that we do. There's general guidelines and then there's individual approaches. So feel your way into the womb of Mother Gaia, and you will find the perfect nook that belongs to your being. And breathe out with gratitude, because I just felt the state of trust and comfort and safety deepen instantaneously. Okay. Now that we're safely anchored, let's turn our attention again to our inner earth brothers and sisters and see what message they might want to be giving us, or maybe they want to work on something right now together. I'm not sure. Okay. They said, no, not really. We are just happy to see that you are able to feel us, and that you are able to ground consistently and effectively. And we are happy to be welcoming you into our home. Like I said before, they're very, very eloquent and gentle. So it's a bit weird when they talk or when they communicate, because a lot of effort, I have to put in a lot of effort to actually like filter out their telepathic communication from all the other distractions, so to speak, noises, etc. They're very gentle. Okay. So I feel like there's some work that we're supposed to do right now. So I just want to go find it. So let's all hold hands and come consciously into a center. Let's focus in the center of a circle. All hold hands together. I'm saying goodbye and then gratitude. We can all do that individually for ourselves. Goodbye, and nice to see you again, and we'll be back. But I want to focus on the task right now. So picture a bright center point in the middle of our circle. Feel again all the people who are currently joining their energies to this work. Merge with them as if you are water being poured out of a glass inside a larger container where all the other glasses, all the other essences of the beings who are part of this healing right now are being poured. So just as you exhale, just meld together. And again, melt together fully. Remove yourself out of the equation. Remove your boundaries that identify you with you, and reposition yourself. If you're grounded, ground deeper. Take your time. I feel anxiety. Allow the chirping of the birds to focus you into the center of the circle. And just stare at that bright little ball that's floating between all of us, right in the perfect center. It's very bright, it's very white, it's very, very gently floating up and down, not very high, just literally floating. See as your heart center opens up, and immediately a filament of light starts stringing together between that little ball, which is our collective consciousness and intent, and your energetic center in the middle of your chest, which is wide open. Your hands are holding your brothers and sisters to the right and to the left. Your tailbone is stretched into a very powerful column anchored deep into Gaia. Our intention is to do our best Lightworkers work, to be present for any healings, any lectures, instructions, mutual support, or simply as an exercise. Show up fully present and keep your focus on that connection with the ball in the center of the circle. And realize that you are being trained You're being trained how to focus your mind right now, how to hold space, how to hold multiple dimensional realities at the same time. Remain open and aware of all the beings and entities that are here now watching. They all said hi. Become aware that you are a channel yourself, that you are helping in this exercise as much or more than I am. Become aware of how your energy intuitively wants to flow. Where does it go? Open any channels that you may feel need clearing within your body. Just and allow the energy to flow there. And just watch how comfortable you're becoming with this work. How comfortable you're beginning to understand what you're called to do. Just like a young child going through school and going to their first interviews, not quite sure what your life is going to look like, not quite sure even what you're doing there or why you're doing it. We're in that transition period right now when we're about to graduate from college, and all of a sudden we realize there's a whole world out there that we have really not understood our place in it. This period of humanity has the same energy of that very, very exciting but quite confusing transition into adulthood and into actually applying every day, applying our skills, but it's more than that. It's a beingness, a way of being in 3D, on Gaia's surface, embodying everything that we have read about and talked about and experienced in our own personal lives. The light and the shadow and the healings and the purging and the medicine and the compassion and the pain. Bring it all together in the center of the circle. Everybody just put all of your effort and work and learning and trials and tribulations in the middle of the circle right now. And watch how beautiful it is and how light it actually is and how purposeful it actually is. When we join together like this, we begin to understand the purpose of all of our hard work. We begin to understand that this may not be the end goal, but this is definitely the first steps of serious evolution for humanity, where we're going fully outside of ourselves and learning how to meld our beingness into one. Learning how to recognize each other on an energy signature level. Learning how to speak the language of the heart like we're all doing right now. I'm using my mouth, but I don't need to soon. 90% of what is going on right now has nothing to do with the physical manifestation of these words. Yes. Wow, I just felt so many hearts crack open. Let's just take moments and stretch them into feeling each other energetically, feeling each other's presence, and feeling how everyone is saying hi to everybody else without words. That's it for today. But I am being told to say, stay here. Stay here, don't go. Aprovechar. Take advantage of these inner spaces. That are opening inside of you every day, and they're inviting you to participate in learning by playing. These moments and when you feel pulled, I don't know who I'm talking to right now, but I'm talking to someone. These moments when you feel pulled, please, you don't resist them. Go in. It is a very strong pull that worries you, makes you feel uncomfortable and anxious. Oh, whoa. Okay. Whoever's feeling this, open up. There's a blockage here. Open up the energy, just flush it out. Like as if you have a hose from your heart to out your arm, just a big hose. Just flush. Ground it if you can, if not, just flush it out into the air. That was your anxiety leaving. Whenever you feel tension or anxiety inside your body, that you can start recognizing that it's a response to an emotion or a thought that you had. Take a couple of seconds each time and flush it out. Don't throw it out or fight with it, but allow it to, like a river, like if you're a constant river, perfectly harmonized flow of energy and electromagnetic energies and all kinds of other sounds and light and just, but when you are becoming, because now we're all becoming more and more sensitive to our own space first, you will be noticing these blockages, so to speak, more and more and more, and it's totally fine. Just give it your attention for a second or two and ask it what it needs, and 90% of the time that I've seen is just needs to be realigned or sort of directed, kind of like if you have this river and twigs are just kind of getting stuck, and all you really need to do is just sort of put your finger in there, and the flow will clear out the twigs and or the leaves or whatever. So it's something like that, because of course we pick up a lot of stuff from a lot of places. So this is something you can do all day long. You literally just pop back into yourself and shake it off like a duck shakes water off, and just keep your grounding in your center and just keep going. It will be easier sometimes and it will be way harder or impossible other times, but if just do it. Just do it, because this exercise over and over and over will make it like second nature. It's just becoming who we are. It's becoming who we are now. We are this energy beings that are living as energy beings, as opposed to just talking about being energy beings. It's very important. Very important distinction. So just go ahead and actually do all the things that we know and we sense are happening, and allow ourselves to have these practices live through us. That was for someone who's resistant to their energy. Um, so yeah, I was just told light language is very nice, I find, because it delivers tremendous amounts of data in split seconds. After that, it's the human translator that kind of has to go and sift through what is currently relevant and what to say or do, but the data behind it is it's like this huge river that's floating, and you just come up to the bank of the river and you sort of see what kind of sparkles at you, what resonates, but the whole river is always there, right? And that in itself is just an amazing exercise. And I recognize now that there are those of us who are really good at interacting with the spirit world or with creation in general, with the energy world in different ways. And I think for myself right now, I'm playing the role of a translator more than anything else. But I think we're all evolving in all of these different skills. So what I was told to say to everyone, of course, is that first of all, there was a lot of work that just got done by simply us coming together. And even though if this is your first time doing one of these, in general, these group trance work sessions or training sessions, um, this one seemed a bit odd, even to me. Like not much was happening. More often than not, we immediately get taken somewhere, get taken somewhere and get like literally told what to do, and we're just doing it. But this one, I felt like there was not much going on the surface. Like we were just asked to be comfortable, in that space of beingness together, and to lend our higher selves to the work, as opposed to having a very active involvement with the work. And then at the end, I was literally told, "Thank you so much for helping. We did a great job. We with someone else." Like, so I'm not even aware of where we went and what grid we contributed to, but I was shown that we basically plugged into one spot, and then there was just a lot of other workers and beings plugged into other spots, and together collectively there was a lot of a clearing, but that's all I kind of got because the river just went by too fast, and I just kind of picked out those. So one way or another, it was a practice for us, and it was a contribution of our intentions and beingness, of our souls to a much larger project that is related to Gaia, 100%. Inner Earth is really rumbling, and I think that I saw I haven't had time at all in the last 2 weeks to really read a lot of what other people are channeling at the moment, but I did notice here and there something about inner earth beings, and that's what's been coming through for me all the time, every single day. So they are really working with us. I think that our vibrations are lining up, I guess, to where humanity is becoming much more gentle. And so yeah, we seem to be lining up, which is exciting. And so, at least again for me and my experiences, we seem to be going in on projects together that have a lot to do with Gaia's structures. And I'm sure many of you know a lot more of what it is I'm talking about, because I don't necessarily know. I'm just doing that tiny little bit that I'm being shown to do, which is actually this message that just keeps running through my head, like come together, come together, come together, consistently, constantly, consciously, come together consistently, consciously, constantly. Like at this point, I want to tattoo it on myself. And so, yeah, go ahead and comment, and if you know more about what just happened, it's great. One thing I know for sure is it's absolutely 100% collaborative effort. Again, not only those people who were here now and participated, but those who come and join the essence of the work at any time. That's also why I go ahead and post them on YouTube afterwards. So yeah, I was pulled out of the trance a long time ago when I opened my eyes. Thank you. It was fantastic practicing with you. I am as much of a student. I'm not doing any of this. We are like 100%. We are doing all of this together. How I know? When I try to do them by myself, it just doesn't work. I don't even get taken to the places, to the depth of the trance. There's work that I can do alone, but these collective, collaborative trance healings and trainings are a whole different thing. So there's no way to do that I can experience this even for myself unless I come and do it with you guys. So thank you so much. Have a great evening.